Facebook said, have you ever had a dream, want to chuck it all and move to a tropical paradise? It was April 1st, 2015. Everyone thought it was an April Fool's joke. Surprise. Here we are 10 years later. It gives you a lot of time to think about what's going on, or not in the tropical part, with the Mediterranean part, because WA West is best. But we had a lot of time to go out on the road and do some camping, and one of the great benefits of Australia is the amount of leave you get. And I find myself currently unemployed, but that's okay because we've got some time. Lisa and I are taking a 2-week 4-wheel drive trip. We've got the caravan in tow. We're going to go. And this is the first of 3 big trips that Whiplash is going to take in the next few months. We've made a few changes since then. Done heaps of work to the suspension. If you remember our Christmas episode on the move down from Darwin, we have in the vehicle right now heaps of spares and tools and everything else. So that doesn't happen again. But we've got some new satellite navigation in the VMS, and we have an emergency contact piece in the back in the Zoleo. So if you need to get a hold of us, get to the girls, they can message us on Zoleo. And we're going to do things a bit different this time. The first part of the trip is going to take us 2 days to get there. We're going to go to a place called Karijini, which is, by most accounts, one of the most stunning places in Western Australia, if not Australia altogether. But like, there's not much bad around here, to be honest. We'll spend a bit of time there, and then we're going to go to this place called Ningaloo. You might have heard of it, the Ningaloo Reef. You know, that comes all the way into the shore. You haven't heard about it because, well, we don't tell anybody. And then we're going to finish out on Quabba Station and hopefully catch 1 or 50 fish while we're out there. So come along for the ride. It's going to be fun. Starts setting, you gotta watch out for, well, kangaroos mostly. But we're dropping north to a little town called Paynes Pond, and they've got a 24-hour pub. We're super happy about that. So once we get there, we can camp, we can get a pint, we get a good feed. But an interesting thing as we look off into the distance, there will not be another town for the next 150 kilometers on this road. And it's just WA, so we're not worried about it, we'll make it. But the distances are things that you can't fathom unless you've actually driven here. It's amazing. It just, I'll probably say that word a lot over the next few days, actually. Amazing. But yeah, just a country drive in WA. Love it. Day 2, been going for about 4 hours now. We have 261 Ks to the next services. That means there's no fuel, no water, no nothing out the entire way. That way is where we're going. That's north. This is the thriving metropolis of Meekatharra. Yeah, there's some sheds over there. I think people live in those. Anyway, yeah. This is us, and we still have a few hours to go yet. There's Whiplash. Doing good.
So, I'm going 100 Ks an hour instead of the recommended 110. But I am not about to try to pass, not 1, but 2 road trains.
Oh, there's a third actually in front of the other one.
And then there's a third one once I got past the other 2. So I'd have to get up past 120 Ks in train that's all over the road at the moment because of the high winds, and then try to get in front of the one in front of him to get in front of another one. So I'm just going to stick to 100 k's an hour, and we'll take a little more time to get there.
So as the GPS, it's, we get a VMS here, it's nice. Let's see if we can zoom out. Oh, I gotta zoom out, not in. You'll notice that I'm zooming out and the road is straight. Straight.
Straight.
So what'd you just do?
I just passed one road train. But I got 2 more to go. Probably not going to happen.
Terrible camera movement. So we just passed north of the 26 again, the 26 parallel, which means that we are back in the tropics. Different world up here. Get Tropo. Doesn't look like a rainforest. Hey kids, coming to you live from Kumarina Roadhouse. It's Chris and Lisa on a trip. So everything is going fine, as it does with us. So it's, yeah, hopefully nothing too catastrophic, but we got travelers. Hey kids, coming to you live from Kumarina Roadhouse. It's Chris and Lisa on a trip. So everything is going fine, as it does with us. So it's, yeah, hopefully nothing too catastrophic, but we got travelers. Happy Easter, everybody. We made it to Karijini just about 6 hours behind schedule, so that's okay. It's really good. But, well, Whiplash is in the car doctor for a few days because it's something we just can't maintain and can't fix. It's either the turbo or the exhaust manifold gasket, which technically capable of doing. Try to find parts on Easter. Nope. So it's the car doctor, and we were worried we were going to be stuck in the thriving metropolis of Newman for who knows how long until they get it fixed. But we found a shop, and we found a really great shop. And Seth's 4-wheel drive. If you're ever in the Pilbara and you need anything done, call these guys, because not only are they working late, getting us fixed, helping us out, getting the patrol fixed. We'll have it fixed sometime midweek, but they loaned us their Land Cruiser. Well, loaned, I'll probably hire it, but anyway, Seth's Diesel. Really fully kitted out 4-wheel drive. We had to bring some of our gear with us anyway, at least all of our stuff, but if you're stuck in the Pilbara, use these guys. They're great people. John and Daniel have been helping us out. So we got our trailer hooked up, we brought it out, we made it on the same day we planned. Our campsite was booked, and guys, so I've taken pictures of the sky. I'll get some more of that. But as we hooked up our camper, we had this little latch on the bottom. So you see this guy right here? It's got a key in it, right? It needs a key to open. Well, apparently in all of our excitement, the key got bye-bye. I don't know. It's somewhere out there, and we can't find it anywhere in this. So panic sets in, and now we can't go do anything. We can't see anything, except for I got one of these. That's coming off because I've got the spare pin for it. Take spares for everything. So let's do a little walk around. I'll show you the repairs here in a bit. So you've seen the camper before. Now, FYI, this ground that you see, it's what's called coffee rock, which is essentially made of the hardest stuff on the planet. These are really cool because they're meant to drill in. They won't drill, so I had to hammer them and then drill. Anyway, say good morning.
Good morning.
Let's go do some car repairs.
Am I looking at this part?
Well, watch it because it's not going to fly that way.
Oh, hey, Frida.
Done! Oh, nice of you. So you I always bring the right tools. Or extra tools. The adventure continues. We got the trailer detached and now we're in the four-wheel drive and we're going out to see what we can see. We stopped by the visitor center here in Karijini National Park. Lovely people in there. They're just a delight. And if you're going to go travel somewhere, go see people and ask what there is to see and do, and they'll give you a route and what to see. So Karijini is known for its gorges. They're beautiful. It's gorgeous and big hole in the ground. But it's more than that. This was sacred Aboriginal country before, but they asked us at the visitor center if we had a four-wheel drive, because one of the gorges requires a four-wheel drive to get into, and this is it. So we're going to it first. We're actually in two-wheel drive right now because we just got plenty of clearance and a lot of grip, but it certainly drives you around. Yeah, in the States there'd be a bunch of handrails and do not approach. In Australia it's just, hey look, there's a steep cliff, don't fall off it. What do you reckon, babe?
Love it, love it. That's pretty. Oh, there's a blue one.
Oh yeah, we're going there. Beautiful, peaceful, flowing water coming through here. It's really, really nice and really pleasant. And then you look at the formations around here and realize that during the wet season, it is not peaceful flowing rivers. There's a lot of force, and over eons, by eons actually, there are parts of Pilbara, some of the stones that are here in Karijini were formed, and you can see them 3.5 billion years ago. That's a lot of time. Just and this is just the first one. Yeah, technology. So the battery went dead on the GoPro. I did swim. It was beautiful. Water was perfect, clean. It was so nice. So back to camp, but to make some grub, have some din-dins, and yeah,
been a good day. We've got some more adventures coming up tomorrow. I think we're going to do a couple of gorges tomorrow, and I may show you some history. We'll see. to. It is hot today, but it's going to be 31, and to be honest, I would have liked to have slept in. A bit dusty, if you know what I mean. But the best way to deal with the heat is to cool off. So we are on our way to Hammersley Gorge, which you have to go outside the park to the west and then north some number of kilometers. So, and this is our scenery everywhere. Still amazed. You should come.
Cannot see a thing.
You'll see in a lot of videos that we do that the dirt roads are unsealed. And it's not just because we're in Western Australia. No, it's something like on the order of 60% of the roads in Australia are actually unsealed. It's just the way they do them. They grade it and take a bit longer to get there. So we will be on a dirt road for a bit longer and quite like it. Enjoying some scenery, and we're about to go and do the history lesson we talked about. To a place called Wittenau. What is that, you ask?
What is that?
Well, it was a town. We'll show you soon.
Okay.
Spa pool. Very few people out today. So yeah, no guardrails, none of that, uneven steps. What about safety? What about liability, you ask? Well, it's a simple answer to that. It's called personal responsibility. If you can't walk down the hill and take care of yourself, then don't do it. Seems simple enough. So Hammersley Gorge has a fair few people today, and up at the beyond over there's a place called Spa Pool, which is pretty nice, but one of these people here told us that there's a queue, and I'm not really interested in doing a queue right now. But as we're trying to work our way up there, it's a class 5 hike, and we got sort of the way up there, and we decided to come back, and this is why.
Not a big fan. It's high, it's slippery, and I'm old.
So the falling component of the trip that's planned why. So anyway.
The closest hospital is Tom Price.
Oh, the closest hospital is Tom Price. Hospital. Not bad.
Not warm. Sometimes there's a crowd.
Go.
Not only do we have dirt roads and four-wheel drives, but we use radios a lot as well. So UHF, kind of like old school CB, but better. And we've got to communicate. One vehicle north through the gorge. So we have road trains coming southbound as well, and you want to let people know when you're going through so you can stop and let the big guys pass. Here we go. Dirt roads and talking about that, which we're back on a dirt road, but as we drive through the gorge there, they paved it, and you know, sometimes that's what you do the bendy parts or the flood parts so that doesn't wash out, and that's okay. It's still back on dirt. Bet you've never seen one of these signs before. Guess where we're going. This is the former town of Wittendu, which at one point in time had 20,000 people. We're not going to get out. I was thinking about flying the drone here, but we'll just not get out because mines are the beating heart of Western Australia, and one of the things they used to mine a lot of was asbestos, and this town lived on asbestos, so much so we read at the visitor center that there were kids that would play in asbestos piles like sandboxes. The roadbeds here underneath all of the area was asbestos, and the government cleanup cost is a mess. Until recently, people still lived here in the town. Now it's long since gone. They've gotten rid of, bulldozed all the houses that are out of here, but it's highly contaminated. And it's, up until 1980, asbestos was a legal building material in Australia. So it's so common. They closed this mine in, I think, the mid-60s, 1966, but yeah, to this day, they've got it blocked off, trying to keep people out of there, and it's just amazing, the history. You'll see the signs as we go by. Yep, there's some of the roads there. These piles of rock here are blocking the roads because people would still go in there, and to be honest, I was probably going to drive in there, but not anymore. And they moved here not just for the mines and job, but the view. imagine this is your home. Beautiful skies, beautiful hills behind you. Karijini just behind that. Pilbara. And, oh yeah, the thing everything's made out of, kills people. Stunning beauty. And so much danger here. Onward, onward. So, they used to say it was an abandoned town, but it wasn't. It was abandoned. The people had left. But the government went so far as to de-gazette it. That is the location formerly known as Whitney. They just shut down the town. They saved some lives doing it. Still beautiful. We came up with a phrase a couple of years ago to describe a familiar thing that's strange, if that makes sense. And that saying is spicy ice cream. You know spicy, you know ice cream, but they don't seem to go together until they do. This is not dissimilar from New Mexico, but the trees are wrong. It's not dissimilar from parts of Arizona, from Zion, from Moab. Some really unique things, and the geological features are there, but we drive through here and you realize, like, you haven't seen anything like this before. Spicy ice cream. There's that spicy ice cream with the cypress trees. Gonna be thankful for those benches on the way back up. Gonna be thankful for those benches on the way back up.
This is pretty.
Yeah.
where do we go once we're down here?
See where those people are?
Huh?
They're going over there. Oh, nope, it's that way.
Huh?
It's back that way and around. There's rocks on that side. Well, as indicated by the arrow.
Whoa. Slippery? Pop us out, or does it come all the way back?
It said something about steps at the end.
What?
Well,
I thought these were the steps at the end.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Alright, where to? Over there?
Yep. Oh no. Did you dunk?
Huh?
Did you dunk?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, weather, take the boots.
Warning, you will be killed. Okay. How far you reckon we'll go?
Oh, we can go 3K
Maybe.
and another K and a half back to the car.
Note to self. Add cardio. Ooh. With the asbestos layer.
Looks like it.
They need new brakes.
Got me?
Yeah.
Mwah. Yours are a little deeper than mine.
Look how clear that water is.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wouldn't drink it though.
No. Okay. I'm gonna think about that one.
What?
You gotta think about that one. Good morning.
Good morning.
There is 100% some birdseed under there, and something says Acme Roadrunner Trap on top. Don't walk there. Gee, I wonder why. Wow.
Get it better.
Whoa! Are you okay?
Yep. It's not camping if I don't bust my ass once.
This is why we wear boots on these trails. You. We always joke about Australia being full of spiders. Oh, the size of that one.
There's one same size over here.
Is he? Let's give the kids at home a view of a big ass Australian spider. Haven't seen any snakes yet, though. Yeah. You know what's amazing is we're tourists here, but people who lived and thrived in these valleys and these lands, is desolate, well, desolate by modern standards, desert for what, 50,000 years now, something like that. The descendants still live nearby in the communities around here. That's amazing. Lucky to be here. See something cool? This tree's called a paper bark. Because the bark is like paper. Dear Mom, still in Australia. Love you. Christmas. So I guess we're not going that way. So I guess we're not going that way. I guess it's up. At least they put some rocks in for us. We still gotta go there. We can do it.
Yep.
If
Made
not,
it this far.
if not, they'll find our film and make a Blair Witch movie. Not that far. We'll get to the top and then it's a kickback. Oh, we made it to the top from that trail and all that. Apparently someone at the visitor center told us to do the rim hop first, then go down. We went backwards because now we get to walk back. Not exactly a short trip. We should have gone the other way. Top tip when you do. What gorge is this? Dale's Gorge. Do the hike along the rim first, go down to the bottom, and finish out at the pool. Be less hot. You can tell they don't hunt doves here. What you doing there, bro?
Where is he?
He's over there on the cheese.
Huh?
So remember when I cut off the lock because we lost the keys somewhere? Yeah. Oh. Well,
I didn't lose it.
what's that?
I didn't lose it.
Apparently, I put them in a safe place. Go figure. On the bright news, I'm about to go to the airport here in a second to pick up our new turbocharger. Yay!
Yay!
I'm sure the boys over at Seth Diesel will be happy to not see us anymore after this. So anyway, news to follow. Well, we were planning on showing you a really great trip to a place called Cowgan's Pool, which is just down that way. And we've actually seen this track before. I didn't realize it was the same one on another place we like to watch, Off Grid, with Graham Cahill. Anyway, this is gorgeous, beautiful water here, and we could theoretically drive through it, but that water crossing there, that's actually the road. It's about 200 meters of water. And the reason we're not going to is because that's not our four-wheel drive. And also, there's no winch on it, and so just a slight lack of recovery gear, and we're just, somebody else has made the track through that left their trailers and stuff. So we're going to try to go around the other way because there's something else we want to show you. So after a big wheel, we're going to go look at some rock art. I'm going to add a disclaimer to this because there is a lot of Aboriginal rock art in the Pilbara, and it's kind of a private thing to them, a lot of it is. But this particular place we're going is one of a few that are actually posted on a map with tracks that lead to it, with signage that tells you to come in. So the local mob actually allows access to this particular area. So we're going to see if we can find some, and we'll share it with you if we can. See the kangaroo?
No, that's the other one.
Same wall, you just got to keep looking. See the kangaroos? There's another one there. I'm by no means trying to catalog all of this. I recognize that. I hope you can see this here. This spiral. That pattern right there. Somewhere in the Pilbara. It's not here. I don't know where it is. But there's a spiral pattern like that. That's over 30,000 years old. And it is the earliest depiction of a spiral in any form of art ever made on Earth. 30,000 years old. I don't know the age of this one. I don't pretend to know on that, but that spiral pattern is pretty neat to see it. Obviously, it's got some weathering on it. It's been there for some time. It's amazing here. you might not be aware, but there's not an abundance of spares and parts in regional, anywhere really, but regional WA in particular. So shipping didn't come through on the turbo, and the exhaust manifold gasket was meant to be coming the same thing, and that didn't happen. But luckily our guys at Seth Diesel have sorted out, and I am at the airport now to pick up some parts. So touch wood, this will make it ready to go so we can be back on the road tomorrow for the next phase of the adventures. Let's see. Operation Airdrop was a success. We have a new turbo, we got some gaskets in the back, and now I'm taking him to drop him off at Daniel's house so he can hopefully fix it, and we can maybe get on the road tomorrow. Will we? See you soon enough.